Recording in progress.
Okay, welcome. It is Friday and we have the Office Hour webinar with me, Marc B. Summers, Famous.AI expert. And we'll be answering your questions, we'll be moaning about note takers, we'll be doing so much today. And so welcome in, and we're going to wait just a little bit for a few more note takers to arrive, hopefully some real people too. And let's do some of this. Otter stop and /FF stop /FF leave, something like that. I don't remember. And yeah, awesome. Well, it's Friday. It's the 6th of March. And today we're going to be doing some amazing things. Good to see some regulars in the room. Who else have we got? Anyone here for the first time? Put a 1 in the chat if this is your first webinar with me. If it is, then welcome. Otter, go away. One of these will work. I don't know. It's they seem to just take over. They really wind me up. Anyway, let's get started. A few house rules, as always. If you have... Stacey's in the house for the first time. Welcome, Stacey. Otter stop, says Janelle. No, they seem to be persistent today. Martin is here for the first time as well. Well, welcome everyone for the first time. I do 3 webinars a week. 2 are open to everybody. This is one of those. And then on Monday, I have a webinar just for my club members. And so that's 3 webinars a week. And it's good to see you. We are going to be covering everything we can about Famous today, Famous.AI, which is an AI app building app. If you didn't know, I'm not sure how you got into this webinar if you didn't know that. But... that's what we're going to be working on today. And back to those house rules. Feel free to use the chat. Unless you're a note taker, then just go away. I don't want you to use the chat at all. And so feel free to use the chat. If you have any questions, then please put those in the Zoom questions and answer button. On the Zoom screen, you should see a button that says Q&A. If you don't see it, look under the More option. It's possibly hiding under there, and please add your questions there. Stacey uses Famous, just published, and will be beginning marketing in a day or 2. Awesome, congratulations, Stacey, well done. Let us know what your app does, it'll be very interesting. Excuse me. Yeah, let us know what your app does, and it's cool. All right, well, let's get started. I'm going to share my screen with you all. And while we're waiting for those questions to come in, I'm going to show you an app that is also about to go live in the next 2 or 3 days. And the reason I'm going to show you this particular app is because of its chat ability. So this is an app for RV and caravan owners, non-motorized holiday vehicles. I'm not sure you guys call them caravans in the US. I mean, I'm not sure what you call something you pull behind that isn't motorized, but a non-motorized RV that you pull behind your car or your truck. And these are for owners of RVs and caravans in the UK, and it's a really cool app. You can basically ask it questions about the maintenance and repair of your vehicle. I have my vehicle. It's a static caravan, which is a hobby shed. This is just a fake vehicle that I put in just so I could be testing the system. And what I wanted to show you was the Chat with Al is AI, and the reason the L is capitals is because if you put Chat with Al with a non-capital L, it looks like Chat with AI, and so we've, in the logo and everything, we've made it so that it's Chat with Al instead of Chat with AI, because, I mean, it is AI, but anyway. And then we also have this really cool message and engineer, and currently there are no engineers online, and this is where we've integrated live chat into the system. So rather than having an external live chat service that costs monthly fees and everything else, we've actually created one inside the app. And so I'm going to show you all of that. It's really rather cool. We're going to go to the admin panel, and in the admin panel we can go to live chat, and here I can mark myself as online, and now I'm waiting for a chat, and you can see some test chats here have been going on. And if I go now back to the website, you can see there's an engineer online, and so we can say my caravan broke down. Mine's actually set as a static caravan, so I'm not sure how it broke down, but anyway, it broke down. Connect to an engineer, confirm that we are wanting to connect, and now it's waiting for an engineer. So we're going to go back into the admin area, which if I was in here, it would have bleeped at me and told me that there was someone waiting. Here they are. Oh, Mark Summers, his caravan's broken down, and the admin or the engineer can see exactly what vehicle they are and the VIN number and everything else, and then they can then accept that chat and chat away. They can also use the AI function to put static information. Oh, you want to upgrade? Let me send you the upgrade information as well, which is really quite cool. So I just wanted to show you that, give you some time to ask some questions, which Martin used that time. Good job, Martin. You can come again to my webinars. And so Martin says, how deep can Famous handle multi-functionalities by itself without a developer help? Well, it depends on your patience and your learning style. I would suggest that you could get a site launched without any developer help, because you can connect it to your database, you can connect it to APIs, you can connect it to your domain, and you can market it. However, you may find that you want to do something that is beyond your knowledge, and that's where someone like me comes in, and I have hourly help available to kind of push you forward and push you over the edge. But by all means, you can definitely do it without me. I'm just here to help, and some people don't book me at all, and they come on my webinar and they ask that one question that they need. Thank you, Janelle. Janelle's just put the link to my my Done With You service, and yeah, you could do it without any help at all. It really depends on how much patience you have, and that's something that I mentioned in my very first video that I added to my YouTube channel, was you need a lot of patience. Now, I've been married 3 times, and all of my ex-wives have taught me how important patience is, and so I feel that I'm probably one of the most patient men on earth, and because of that, it's really helped me with my AI app building, because you do need a lot of patience. You're gonna tell AI to do something. It's gonna tell you it did it, and then you're gonna find out it didn't do it, or it did it wrong, or it's broken, or whatever. And it is frustrating. And so that patience is probably the biggest tool that anyone using AI app building is going to need. And then from that, after that patience, the next thing you're gonna need is time. And I know a lot of the Famous ads are kind of, or any of the AI app building, not just Famous ads, are like, hey, just type in your idea and it's going to produce magic, and then you can sell your house and buy a bigger one the next day. It's not quite how it works in reality. So time to just go through and calmly tell the AI what you're looking to build. I do have, for those new people, I'll mention it for the people that have been here for a while, you need to be doing this anyway, so I'm going to mention it for you as well. The 3-step prompt process, when you are prompting and attempting to fix something, the 3-step prompt process is essential for giving the AI clarity on what you want. Janelle has just put the link for the 3-step prompt process, and my YouTube channel is there as well. If you're building on you're welcome, Martin. If you're building an app and you're working on it every day, every morning while you're brushing your teeth, on your phone, go to the 3-step prompt process and have it playing on repeat. And then, if you've got a waterproof phone, take it in the shower with you and just listen to it over and over again. Because once you've got that 3-step process, I find it hard now not to prompt with the 3-step process because it's just second nature. And it just means that you give the AI clarity in what you're looking for it to do. All right. No other questions have come in yet, so I think we are going to possibly write or create an app on the fly. Who wants to give me an idea for an app that we are going to create? Obviously, make sure it's not your idea because, you're going to be giving it to everybody. So think of an idea, a simple idea of what this app could do. And while you're doing that, I'm going to stop sharing this screen and share a different screen that's not logged into my client's Famous account, because that would not be good. It's over there. Let's bring that in. A translation app or a dating app. I'm not going to do a dating app purely because there are a billion of them, and also Stripe doesn't allow dating apps in its policy, and I only like using Stripe for my merchant services. Anything that is not Stripe friendly is very tough to do. You need to go and look at getting at-risk merchant accounts and things like that for dating sites and those type of sites. I actually have about 3 different scenarios, so 3 different clients that I'm working with that are in that arena, and the app and everything is completely done, and the only thing now we're waiting for is finding a good merchant service. So let's just bring up my Famous and then share my screen with you. Share. Let's go. And share. All right. You should now be seeing my Famous window. And we are going to create a prompt for this. So I don't just type in here, please create a translation app. When I'm creating an app, I use our little club website. And in here, we're going to get Grandma to create our prompt. And boom. Now we're in, and we're going to go to chat with Grandma. So all we're going to put in here is who was it? Veronica. She just said translation app. So in Grandma, all I'm going to do is type in translation app. Nothing else, just exactly what Veronica told me. And now Grandma is going to ask us 5 questions to get us to produce the most powerful prompt ever. Now you could do this with ChatGPT. You could do this with Supercool. Well, actually, you could do this with Supercool until about 2 weeks ago. And now if you ask it to create a translation app, it's going to create the translation app inside Supercool and use up your credits. So it's probably best to use Grandma for anything like this and not Supercool right now. Okay, so who do you want this translation app to help most? Is it for travelers, students, businesses, or maybe people who are learning new languages? or you may want it for everybody. So let's look at making it for travelers. I like traveling. Personal from Hebrew to English. Okay, well, Veronica, you're being active in the chat. We're going to go with your idea, but for some reason I can't copy and paste. Let me copy that and paste into there. Okay, next question. What kind of things will people be translating with your app? Will it be for everyday conversations, letters, official documents, books, or maybe even things like recipes or stories? Or do you want it to work for anything someone might need? Basic everyday, okay? Basic everyday. All right, how would you like people to use your app? Will they type in the Hebrew text and get the English translation? Or will there be options for speaking, talking, taking a picture of handwriting, or even listening to translations? What ways of input? So let's put typing text, speaking in both English or in Hebrew, and taking photographs of an object and having it identify it in both languages. Okay, next question. Oh, Grandma says, oh my, that's so clever. So people can type, speak, or take a picture of something and your app will help them. Yeah, great. This is awesome. So, would you like your app to help with pronunciation too? For example, after translation, should the app say the word or the sentence out loud in both languages so people can learn how to say it properly? Yes, let's use 11 Labs for the voice element of this so that it can speak in English and in Hebrew. So this is what we're using here when I'm prompting is a system called Whisperflow. Janelle put the link up there earlier in the chat. It's amazing because it's intelligent. It's AI powered dictation. Much better than just using the Mac or the PC's built-in dictation. Now, darling, let's talk about how the app will look and feel, the colors and the style, etc. The style should be very clean, but obviously in heliotrope purple, which is #8811DD. We should have it look like a little book with speech bubbles and very fun to use. Okay, so now she is thinking about everything we've said and is going to produce the prompt. This is the prompt that we're now going to give to Famous. However, Martin is super excited about making it gamified. So we're now going to ask Grandma to add a gamification element to the app. It would be great if the app could have some form of gamification to the app. And so please add that to the prompt and rebuild the prompt. Veronica, can I use my voice to teach? Do you mean in this app or with Whisperflow? All right, so she's now rebuilt the prompt. Here is our prompt. So we're going to grab all of this and we're going to give it to Famous. But still, are you meaning for the app that we are building, or are you talking about Whisperflow, the dictation app that I was just talking about? Which of those are you wanting to use your voice in? Okay, so here we are. We are now going to put that prompt into Famous. We're going to make sure that we've switched this to private on the top right. We're going to make sure that we're creating a web app, because this is going to be a progressive web app, meaning it will work both on mobile and on desktop. It can be installed as an app in both places, but not as a native app on the mobile. It won't be in the app stores, but it's much more versatile for that first version because it's a progressive web app. So much better. Then we're going to press go and let it go and build it. So that's going to take 10 or 15 minutes. So if you've got any other questions, I see a question from Vincent we will cover while we're waiting for this to build. If you've got any other questions, any of the rest of you, put it in the question and answer system. Okay, Vincent says, I have post log triggers. So when my user logs data, they get a trigger message in the app after X amount of time has passed. When we have a persistent login, this function does not work. Interesting. So it depends on where that trigger is. If that trigger is in Supabase, then it should work every time. If the trigger is built in the UI, then you need to make sure that there is the trigger is firing after the login portion of, or the authentication portion of the app. And it's called a race condition, where something happens before the other thing and they're racing to do what they need to do. You need to make sure that they are in priority order. So to fix that, you're going to use the 3-step prompt process, and you're going to say that we have a trigger that fires a message 5 minutes after something is saved. However, if the user has been logged in for a while, this does not seem to fire. Please ensure that the trigger is loaded after the authentication is done. Something as simple as that. 3-step prompt process wins the day every day. So work on that. Let me know how you get on. All right. Any other questions from any of you? How about you otters that I still haven't managed to get rid of? Do any of you otters have questions? Talking about otters, actually there were beavers. I watched the movie Hoppers last night, the new Pixar movie, and very, very good. If you like Pixar movies, definitely worth going to see that at a movie theater near you. Oh look, it's even created now a nice little app called Lingo Buddy. All right, while it's building, let's see if Lingo Buddy is available. LingoBuddy.com. Nope, GoDaddy. Lingo Buddy. All right, LingoBuddy.com has been taken. LingoBuddy.co is available. What about LingoBuddy.app? LingoBuddy.biz. No, LingoBuddy.app. Nope, LingoBuddy.app has been taken. LingoBuddy.ai has been taken. So there's possibly already an app. Always make sure when you're building stuff that you've checked whether the name is available everywhere. Obviously, we can change the name. We didn't give it a specific name. Here's the gamification. It's creating all the badges for the gamification level up and so forth graphics. These are really cute graphics. Janelle's just put in a link to App CPR. App CPR, let me pull that up. Oh, not that one. App CPR. App CPR is designed for those people that have got so far with their app and now they're stuck. And now they want somebody to just finish it off and get it launch ready. And that's what appcpr.dev does. Basically, treat it as if you're taking your app to the hospital. You book a triage call with us. That costs $197 for the triage call. It's a very structured call where we work out what you've done on your app, what isn't working on your app, and what should be working to make it be ready to launch. And then we create you a quote, and we take it off your hands, we finish it for you, we give it back to you finished, and you go ahead and launch it and make some good money, hopefully. And that's what appcpr.dev does. So if you've got an app that you're bored with or you can't finish, bring it in for triage, and we'll book a bed for it, and we'll make sure that we fix it for you and we get it back healthy, ready for you to launch. Hebrew Buddy is a great name, Veronica. Let's see if that's available. Where's my GoDaddy screen? Here it is. Hebrew Buddy. HebrewBuddy.com has gone. Now, when the .com has gone and it says this, that you might be able to buy it, it's always a good idea just to go to a tab and see if it's already a website. Because it's like this is, it's already a website. It's unlikely that they're going to sell it if it already exists. Even if it looks pants like this, we can see that there was data added this year, so it's active-ish. It's horrible. It really needs some work, but they're unlikely to sell their domain. They possibly think that this is the best thing since sliced bread, even if we don't. Sorry if this was your app, if you're on this call, but you really need some help. Anyway, how about Hebrew Bot? Yeah, okay, I didn't really. HebrewBot.app is available. Let's just see. Now, in this situation, HebrewBot.app would work really well. Yes, Stacy, AppCPR basically takes what you've done so far and finishes all the integrations, all the Stripe setup, making sure everything's working, testing it from a user point of view, testing it from an admin point of view, and gives it back to you ready to launch. So we don't let anything that isn't working stay in the app. We fix it, or we agree that it's not going to be in the app for the first launch. And some of the people that are in this situation, they've added so much stuff that was way above what they originally agreed, and then now it's kind of stretched a bit and completely broken because they've added too many things on the side. And so my advice there is to stream it back and get it working the way you wanted it at the beginning, and then add new features later once you've launched. Get 100 users, 500 users under your belt, and then add more features at that point. But yes, we will help with all of your integrations that make your app work. So HebrewBot.com, we can see HebrewBot.app is available, but we don't want to use that if HebrewBot.com is a working app already, which it's not. It's going to some weird search page. So you could basically say, well, that's okay. We could use HebrewBot.app and just make that a great brand, and in which case, you would just want to make sure that you made your brand better than HebrewBot.com. The other thing you'd want to check is that whether HebrewBot is a trademark, and you can simply search for trademark HebrewBot and just see whether anything comes up about HebrewBot, which it doesn't. So there's a chance that HebrewBot is not a trademark, Always still a good idea to check with a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. I am a crazy internet consultant that's just been around the block a few times. Let's go back to our Famous and see how our bot's getting on with our build. Still not quite there yet. Working on it. Building the onboarding modal with a welcome screen and feature introduction. So that's good. We'll let that brew. But it looks like Hebrew Bot is a good name. I'm not going to obviously register it because this is just a test. But whoever's idea this was, that would be a good name to use if that was something you wanted to build. Stacy says you've got tons of tools. I like the instruction. Well, thank you, Stacy. Appreciate that. Martin says that's my hospital request. Okay. I think we were talking about app CPR at the time. Will app? Yes, I've answered that. Oh, Janelle put the link in for my hosting service. So I host apps that you build on Famous, Replit, Bolt, and those other systems. And you simply just drag and drop your zip file into my host. And usually my hosting works out cheaper than hosting with the AI app builders themselves. That link is up there. How about USA Hebrew teacher? Okay. Problem is with that, it makes it very restrictive for the USA only. And the world is a little bit bigger than the USA. And so what about we just test Hebrew teacher? I'm sure that's gone if all the others have gone, but we'll check it sometimes you can be shocked. One, because it's available, or two, because it's for sale for like $288. In this case, it's for sale for $2,288, which I've spent up to 15 grand on a good domain before because I like the name and so forth. So this isn't expensive for a good domain. So it might be that, hey, that's the brand you want to take, and you throw 2 grand at it. In most cases, when GoDaddy are selling a premium domain, this price can be negotiated. If it's been here a while, which most of these domains have, you probably could offer them $1,000. Hey, I'll give you $1,000 today if we make a deal, and they might make it $1,500, but you still save yourself $750 if you're looking at a long term. I had back in 2018. I set up a photo booth business called Booth Fairy. Booth Fairy has a trademark. It has all the domains. It's trademarked in the UK, Canada, and the USA. And I'm now selling this as a brand. And so the domain, the trademark, and everything is being sold as a brand. And that in itself, because I don't do that stuff anymore, I haven't got time. It's not being sold as a business, it's being sold as a brand, and that's a very interesting concept. Anyway, so yes, Hebrew teacher, a USA Hebrew teacher is available for $4.99, but I would suggest that this app, once it's built, would be good for everybody and not just USA. All right, let's go back, see how we're getting on. Still building. What's it doing? Celebration modal for when a badge is unlocked. Awesome. Updated translation output to use audio helper. Onboarding modal. Yeah, awesome. It's still building. So any other questions from anybody? We've got, we're halfway through our hour and still got time while this is building to answer any other questions you may have. The Otterbots are not listening to us today. Did you build the grammar app? Yes, all the tools that I'm showing you now I built, including the hosting service. So this is the club with the grammar app that was built by me. I also built an app called Adopt a Grandma. It was actually built in one of these sessions. Let me stop sharing this screen for a second and share Adopt a Grandma. So this is a progressive web app. So now you'll see this window is not a browser, it's an actual app browser. This was all built, in fact, it's even still got the Built on Famous badge there. And here you can talk to grandma, and this is a real grandma. She'll how are you today? And send that. Come on, Grandma, wake up. Here she is.
Hello, my dear grandchild. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. How about you? How are things going with you? I remember how much you loved pizza when we went on that Disney cruise together. Do you still enjoy it as much as you used to?
So that's Grandma. In the settings and the memories, we have all these things that that we've added, and so she refers to those items. And so yeah, all these apps are built by me, and they're kind of fun. Let's go back to the normal screen. Stop share, and which one is it? This one. Awesome. So, and then these are the prompt snippets. Are very helpful if it has all of the great snippets that I create in my webinars and so forth. So when we've got a good snippet that works well, so for example, this one is my favorite, the Simplify login. It's the best prompt ever. This is available to all my club members. And let's go back to Famous now and see how this is getting on. It's still building. Updated the history panel to use the audio helper. Updated the camera input for the helper. Lots of stuff is going on here. Any other questions? Janelle, can you put the events link on the chat? So those of you that are new, make sure you're registered for both my Wednesday and my Friday webinars. You need to register for them separately. They're two separate, different webinars. And the links for them are on that link that Janelle's just put in the chat. And yeah, make sure that you come when possible. Even some of my long-term students that have been are still learning something every day, because this whole world is moving super fast, and so I've had clients that have been with me for nearly a year now. Famous is fast approaching its 1 year birthday, which is going to be fun. I need to actually ask Alex if we're doing anything fun for the year anniversary. It'd be really cool to celebrate that. Oh, this app is nearly finishing. How exciting! Not quite there yet, but nearly. Janelle's just put the Discord link, which is for my my private Discord server. So if you ever have any support questions that don't fit into the Famous, oh my goodness, this looks pretty cool. So we've opened the app. Let's just go ahead and open it in a larger screen, and we open the app. It's given us a kind of a welcome onboarding modal here that's teaching us. It's very cute, teaching us what we can do. We can type to translate, we can speak naturally, we can snap and learn, and earn and achieve. So now we're going to start translating. We're going to go into typing first of all. Type in English or in Hebrew. Well, I'm not going to be typing in Hebrew anytime soon. And so can you tell me how to get to the hotel? And we are going to translate that. Boom. Can you tell me how to get to the hotel? Is apparently this. And this is how you would say it. But again, we don't know how to pronounce it. So we can press.
TV ke hal elvia marli ai khale ke lamalayan. TV ke hal lave marli ai khala ke lamalvan.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what it says.
TV ke hal marli ai khala ke lamalvan.
So there we are. That is Hebrew. And here we have another example. Excuse me. Can you tell me how to get to the train station? There we are. And then we've got the ability for camera. I doubt all of this works out of the box. If it does, I will be very surprised. So let's take a photo. How is this going to work? Okay, it's going to ask us to upload something. Let's see what we can upload that's on my... Here, we'll upload this picture of a circus unicycle. It's identifying objects. Okay. I'm earning points over here. I've got a 1-day streak using the site. So whoever said they wanted was it Martin? Wanted the app gamify. The gamification is working really, really well. And then here, I uploaded the image. It's automatically said that is a unicycle. And here is what unicycle sounds like in Hebrew.
Avapinium had a gelgloom.
There we are. What it just said is how you say unicycle. But it's also really cool because it's giving you linked words as well. Performer, stage. This is an absolutely amazing app considering it was one prompt and I haven't done anything with it. I haven't even linked it to 11 Labs right now. So this is using the gateway, the famous gateway for all of its features right now. So if I was going to launch this, I might strip that out. I might put it into Superbase and make it so it was ready to be sold as a going concern. But for one prompt that we created using Grandma, this is pretty impressive. Under history, we have all of the history of all the things that we asked it to do. Under achievements, Martin, here are all your badges that you earn. I got a point for adding some text. I got 3 points for adding a camera. I haven't got any badges yet. That's a bit of a shame. I wonder what I need to do to earn. Well, I need to get, I guess, to level 2 maybe for a badge. Let's see what other pictures I can upload that are suitable for a webinar. Here we go. What about this? It's a picture of a jelly cat. So it's identifying the object. And it's a stuffed animal. This is what stuffed animal sounds like in Hebrew.
Bebebete perva.
There you go. Stuffed animal. This is what rabbit is in Hebrew.
R&B.
So I hope you're learning all of these because there will be a test at the end. How can I make the voice be my voice on the translation app? Yes, so that would be 11 Labs, Veronica. You would use 11 Labs. And so that video, the 3-step prompt process that Janelle put the link in way back in this webinar, is an AI generated video of me. I just wrote the script using ChatGPT and gave it to 11 Labs and it created 11 Labs and HeyGen, and it created the video using my cloned voice. And if we, thanks Janelle, I was going to say, can you give me the link again? This video, and it's probably going to give us an advert first.
Whoa, what's that? I just built a budget.
So let's just wait for the advert to get out the way. Okay. And now my app is broken or you still haven't fixed it. I didn't say any of this. This is all AI generated, but with my voice. If I just stop speaking and start this, you'll see my voice doesn't change. When asking an AI app builder like Famous.AI to fix a bug, I get it. You're frustrated. It's called a double or a clone of yourself, and that is exactly what we're using there. If you don't have 11 Labs yet, just a couple of messages up, Janelle has put my affiliate link there. If you use my affiliate link to sign up to 11 Labs and then ask me for support in my Discord channel, I'll give you support on 11 Labs as well because I use it all the time, but only for those people that have used my affiliate link, because obviously I get a little bit of a kickback, and so that's my thank you back to you. So that's how you clone your voice. You use, oh, that's a really sad picture to end on with a little sad face. There we go. The picture of me. How can you ever pause a video without it looking so silly? Hold on, there's got to be a point where I close my mouth. Okay, I closed my mouth and my eyes were closed. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. Let's go back to our app that we created. Really cool app. You're building momentum. Keep going. It's motivating me. It's using that gamification Martin wanted to motivate me. The word of the day, by the way, is book, and that's pronounced like this.
Espart.
There we are. Who knew? I love the camera function. That, considering that was one prompt to create this, Famous really has come a long way. And I work on Famous 12 hours a day, pretty much 6 to 7 days a week. And I am still impressed. I'm still as excited as I was the first day, which was day 2 of it being launched. I'm still excited about how awesome Famous is. And so any questions? We've got this app built. What do you think? I'm gonna pull it up on my mobile. I tell you what we could do. We could turn it into a progressive web app if we've got time. What time is it? Yeah, we've got time to turn it into a progressive web app. Before we do that, though, I'm going to put it on my phone. And let me see if I can share my phone screen. Something that's pretty dangerous to do on a live webinar, but let's just see what we can do here. Share. All right. Can you see my phone? Are you seeing my phone? No, it says it's paused. Okay, no, that's not working. Okay, I was going to show you. I can show you, I guess, on the camera. Let's. Where is my camera? There I am. So this is the app on the phone. It's out of the box, mobile responsive. It's very, very nice. Let me put the URL, and then you guys can open it yourself and play with it. There's the URL of the first build right now. So, Stacy said, what's a progressive web app? So a progressive web app is where you can install it as an app on your desktop or on your phone without it having to go through as a native mobile app. And it means that people can have a little icon on their desktop or on their phone and open it as an app without you needing a Apple developer account, a Samsung, a Google Play developer account, etc. It's very good for your first app. And in fact, most of my clients that are like, I need a mobile app and it must be a mobile app, are usually convinced that a progressive web app is actually a better way to go, because you're getting more bang for your buck because it works on all devices just as well. Let's go back to here, and we're going to make this a progressive web app. So right now it's effectively just a website. But what we're going to do is we're going to go to the club, and we're going to go to the apps, the prompt snippet, and we're going to search for PWA. And here we have create a custom PWA install prompt banner that appears. Here we go. Turn your web app into a PWA. So this is our prompt that we're going to use, this bottom one here. And we're going to go and put that into Famous. Before we do that, we need the URL of the app icon. So we're going to go back to here, right click on this icon and click open image in a new tab. And here is our app icon that it created earlier. And we're going to put that into this prompt. So there's the prompt, allow mobile users to be given the instructions one time when they first, and then the desktop users are able to install it as a progressive web app, and job done. We send that off, and in 4 minutes time, we've moved our one prompt app. One prompt, guys, one prompt. Now, just to manage expectations, there's still work to do with this. Yes, it's working, but it's not quite ready to be launched to the masses. You definitely want to. Oh, okay. Yeah, you definitely want to work on it. To work on it more. So we'll turn it into a progressive web app. Any more questions? We have 9 minutes for this to finish and for me to answer any more questions you may have. All the otters have left now because it's over 40 minutes and that's all they stay for. I should save all the really important things for the 41st minute, so once all the otters have left. This is great. Do I need to publish if this is only for one person use? No. Well, you will need to have it published somewhere. So you'll need to have it on an address that it's accessible to. So effectively, yes, you need to publish, but you don't necessarily need to put it on a domain. You could just use the database pad, the deploy pad address. I wonder why you would stop at just having it for one person when, you know, you can monetize this and make it available for anybody. If you built a mobile app in AI, how would you get it to be a progressive app? If you built it as a mobile app, i.e. a very beginning prompt, Martin, you selected mobile instead of web, you can't change that from a mobile app to a progressive web app. You would need to start again. And there were some prompts in the club that talk about how you would convert web to mobile or mobile to web, and you would follow that guidance. It's a too big subject for me to cover in these webinars, but it is in. There are videos about it in my YouTube channel and so forth. But it must be a web project, not a mobile project, for it to be able to be turned into a progressive web app. Yes, Veronica, don't think too small. You have a very powerful tool in front of you here, and it is not designed for thinking small. Now, that being said, some people think way too big. And if you don't have the patience and the time and the energy to build something big, you know, but thinking medium to large and not necessarily extra large is what this tool is designed for. It has far too many possibilities. All right, come on, finish off before we run out of time. Still got 6 minutes for questions. If you have any, go ahead and ask those. If you're not, the newcomers, we've had a few newcomers today. Thank you for being here. If you're not already a subscriber to my YouTube channel, Janelle's just put the link to that. Make sure you subscribe to that. That's going to help you out. I always publish all my webinars there, and there's a lot of other helpful hints and tips. Martin, definitely test the limit. That's what I do every day. Is I enjoy pushing the limits. Absolutely. All right, come on, let's go. Let's go. This is going to be pretty impressive. I think you and I will go even further. Yep, if you've got the will, there's a way. So definitely. When is your next in-person training and where? Right now, Veronica, I have nothing on the books. I'm actually going to be traveling from the 14th of March until after Easter. And so no in-person training has been booked just yet. Whereabouts are you based, Janelle? Sorry, not Janelle. I know where Janelle's based. She's in New Zealand. Veronica, whereabouts are you based? What state, country, planet are you on? But Janelle has put the Oregon. Nice. Janelle has put the done with you. That is my Zoom-based one-to-one training. So rather than actually in-person live, well, I'm still live, but just not in person. You could do calls wherever you are. I'm in Texas, and I have wanted to do a Master AI App Builder course like we used to do with the 1000X team in person, which will be based in Austin, Texas. I just don't know when it will be. It'll be sometime in May or June. I have the AI App Builders Cruise coming up in April, end of April, beginning of May. That's fully booked. There's no more tickets for that. But I will be doing another one of those probably in June, which will be a lot of fun. If you like cruising and working at the same time, then you'll be able to come on that. We're basically a 7-day cruise where we're working, eating, and having fun at the same time. And so there'll be another one of those in June. I want to also book someone for one-to-one training. I mean, okay, Martin, just above the link there, there's a done with you link that Janelle put in for one-to-one. So jump on our calendar. Both myself and Janelle is available for one-to-one calls. Janelle's based in New Zealand, so has different times available to me. We both book up kind of fast, so you'll see that I have some slots available for next week, but then there's a few weeks where I am not available because I am going to do something important, and then Janelle will be available for some of those times. And then when I'm back, I'm obviously back in full swing. So you can book either of us. We are both awesome. And you get to choose who you pick. So, you know, if you want to pick an efficient URL paster, then that's Janelle. If you want to pick a comical Brit, then that's me. You can pick by my accent. Yep. Janelle, I love speaking to Janelle because that is Janelle saying that. Oh, sorry. Janelle has an amazing accent too. So yeah, I get what you're saying now. You can pick your accent. You can have a British accent or a New Zealand accent. They're the two accents we have available right now until we have 11 labs that is allowing us to do different accents on the fly. Okay, so let's go ahead and preview this. It's finished the PWA just in time. And let's close this and click next, 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 next. Start translating. And okay, I don't see the PWA stuff on here, which is pretty fun. Is it under settings? Oh, there we go. Install app. So open the Chrome, open in Chrome and Edge to install the app. So then what would normally happen, and I don't have time to fix it, is you would normally have a little install button here, or an install button would appear at the top. So that's going to be one more prompt to fix it. We've run out of time, but that will be another thing for another day. See the club members on Monday, and the rest of you Wednesday if you come to my Wednesday webinar. Love you all. See you later. Bye bye.